tuone kama imepita.
Good morning, class. Yes, welcome to today's class, and we are going to tackle our subtopic about testing and inspection. And I'll start with the introduction, whereby we say in new electrical installation and extension to existing installations must be inspected and tested. This is normally usual, or it's a mandatory. Once you carry out installation, once you are done with the installation, you have to inspect or test whatever you've done. And all that, we have number one type of inspection, that is visual inspection. And as the word implies visual, I would like somebody to tell us what does the word visual mean. Can somebody have a try? Anybody? Yes, that is correct. Well done. Once you hear the word visual, it's just use of your eyes. And we say these visual inspections should proceed test with instrument and must of course be prior to the installation being made live, or before you put your installation into work, you have to do a visual inspection. It may be necessary to inspect some point of an installation during the construction phase, as these parts may be concealed later. During visual inspection, it is necessary to check out the following areas, or some areas where you need to use just your eyes. In these areas, we have fixed wiring, flexible cables, termination, lighting, ceiling roses, trunking, protection. All those parts or accessories that you've installed, you have to carry out visual inspection. And when testing on completion of the visual inspection, the following test must be completed where applicable. And that is number one, test before connection of the installation of the supply. And this refers to continuity of all protective conductors, continuity of ring final circuit conductors, insulation resistance of the electrical installation, polarity tests. All these are tests that are the tests that has to be carried in during installation. We have all those. You will just go through these lines. I will share them with you. All those tests, you will just go through and check how it is done. Before that, we look at our next slide. That identifies procedures. A long trailing lead of known resistance is required. Also, it will be necessary to know the resistance of the test leads used. With supply disconnected, connect one end. This is a test of resistance, how it is done, the procedure. The procedure number two is with the supply disconnected, connect one end to the long trailing end to the main earthing terminal of the installation. The second procedure, using the other end in conjunction with the test meter lead, take readings from all the points around the circuit, that is switches or socket or any other accessories that you've installed. That's how you carry the resistance test. And again, the main point, we say the resistance of the test leads to also that of the long trailing lead must be subtracted from the reading obtained in order to arrive at the resistance of the protective conductor. Most test instruments have facilities for nulling the test lines, including the long trailing lead, and that means that a direct reading can be obtained. In other words, we say all these measuring instruments like multimeters, ammeters, ohmmeters, you can have the reading. You can just take your reading, or you can test the continuity of the reading of that using that instrument, and you can obtain the direct reading from that instrument that is used. You can see the next lines, all that follows is all those tests that you have to carry out before putting your installation to live. And because of time, I'll just ask you to go through them. And during the next lesson, we'll tackle the next subtopic. We'll carry out the next subtopic, that is all the instrument that you need or you require to carry out those either direct or alternative current, or the direct current, or the test and the equipment that we require. You can see through slide 7, 8, and 9. All that talks about the procedures, and we'll carry out them using the instrument practically. We'll meet next time in our lab to carry out all those tests in our workshop. After whatever we did, after all the installation that we did, we'll carry out the tests practically using all those. There's no need of going through that because we'll carry out practically. You'll just understand more then during the next lesson. Any question? Any question?
No question.
If there is no question, then we'll meet next lesson in our workshop. Thank you.